What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome. My name is Lord PeteyTV, and I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about Blue Protocol Star Residence. Now, as many people of you that you know, this is a new game. It is coming out on the 9th. It is a MMO that is kind of very different than others, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. A lot of people were watching the video on the channel. Kind of wanted to show you some information, talk to you about the 5 things that I find kind of important to know when you're going through this process. And I'll give you a couple of extra ones along the way. But the first thing is that I want to talk to you about the specialization, or like the type of classes you're going to end up picking from. Now, each class you can pick from, it's going to have a primary and a secondary type ability. For instance, like a tank and a DPS, or a DPS and a healer, or a healer DPS, or something along those effects. Now, I could not figure out how to swap amongst those throughout the whole entire campaign. So once I picked it, I was kind of stuck with it. So it's something I kind of wanted to make sure people realize when you pick it, then you're kind of like, you're probably going to be stuck with it. Now, I might be wrong on that one because I didn't figure out how to, but if there was a way, or if I got another weapon or something like that I could change, then I can understand it, but I never got any. So I can only assume that there is no way to change it. The other thing is your talents. When you go into your talent tree to kind of pick what you're gonna, put your points into, there are some in there that require these special tokens of sorts. Now, those special tokens you can only get through your loot boxes. Now, those loot boxes you can only find through your battle pass, or through, like I said, the special loot boxes and stuff throughout the whole entire game. So just realize that if you're looking for these things and you can't find them, it's something that is kind of a little tricky. That kind of brings me into my next thing I want to talk to you about is make sure you log in daily. There's daily rewards, just like you can find in other places. So if you log in daily, even if it is on your phone, because this is going to be deployed on your PC and phone and other consoles and things like that, you can easily just log in for the day. Make sure you get your credit for logging in, because those are going to give you free stuff along the way. So make sure you're doing that. The next thing is, I find it kind of a silly one, but it's a very truthful one. Make friends when you're going along through dungeons and raids and things like that. You're going to need that to be able to progress your character and progress the story, because there are parts where you're going to require them, and it's just way easier to do it with your friends around. Just plain and simple. Or make sure you kind of go in with a group, and then a bunch of your friends can go in, play, and do your stuff. The next thing is you will acquire currency over time. Now, a currency you're going to get is what's going to be using to take your skills and upgrade them and make them stronger. Now, over time, you're going to need to make sure that is available for you, and is going to be available for those specific talents. But you're going to run out of currency eventually. So be very careful on what you're putting your money into, because you're not going to be able to get it back, or you're going to have to buy it to kind of max out the character, which is another thing that does kind of worry me. The next thing is that your large power abilities, the ones that for tanks are like mass taunts, or for healers they're mass heals across, like the almost like ultimate abilities. They can be found throughout the world doing certain things. For instance, if you kill a world boss and you loot that world boss, you can then end up getting a special like skill or power up, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is that you can only unlock that with a key. Those keys you can get from purchasing, or from loot boxes, or from battle passes. So things like that, something to kind of put your brain on it. And it's not an easy thing to kind of go through. Also, battle passes had them last time, so it's kind of something that puts my brain in the mindset for the game itself, on where people are kind of thinking and what they might end up doing. I'm going to probably play it and probably put mostly just free time into it, just because I wanted to see how things end up going. I'm going to post some videos talking about, you know, dungeons and the leveling and all that other stuff when it's coming out on Thursday. Now, just a reminder, um, you know, for me, I'm talking about stuff that I learned from having that last open beta. So, or I should say closed beta. So please kind of put that into, you know, your thought process while you're going through. So, and as always, thank you so much for checking out our video. Make sure you come check us out every single Monday through Friday on Twitch and YouTube. Please make sure you watch as many videos as possible and to their fullest extent. I greatly appreciate it. If you're looking to, you know, support the channel, you know, you can end up following, subscribing, or joining whichever platform you're on. So thank you so much. Dream big, keep gaming. Have a good one, and good luck on the game and good luck on launch. And if you get in early, make sure you make your guild because you can do that early. All that stuff, names, and all that fun things. Thanks. Bye, everybody.